All right, well, good morning. Let's go ahead and begin this meditation by taking in a deep breath and releasing it back out. And as you release it out with a sigh. Go ahead and take in another deep breath and let it go. And just begin to feel the body let go of any tension, any stress. Continue to breathe in deeply as we move through this meditation. Breathing in, releasing out. And let's find our feet connected to the earth. Maybe you can wiggle the toes as you draw your attention down towards the earth. And then allow the legs to soften. Notice the joints in the knees and the ankles release tightness, stiffness as you soften these spaces. Soften the muscles, and soften the hips. And feel your hips opening up. Feel them heavy as they rest against the earth, against the chair or the mat. And soften the belly. You might have been holding on to that belly. I give you permission to release and let it go. Soften the spine. And soften your chest. Maybe you're holding on to your breath. Go ahead and release that tension, that tightness. And soften these spaces. Soften the shoulders. Maybe you want to give a little wiggle. And then let them rest. Now feel these joints, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. Feel these areas soften and release any tightness, any tension. And bring your awareness to the hands. Allow the palms to soften. Allow the fingers to release. And we feel the body begin to feel heavy as you let go. You allow the body to settle onto the earth. Allow that chair or that mat to carry you. Release any tension, any tightness you're holding in the neck. And release the muscles that surround the scalp. And feel these areas soften. Soften any tension you're holding across the forehead or through the brows. And release any tightness in the eyes. And if you haven't already, let the eyelids hang heavy or close them. And take a moment to breathe into the eyes. And with your exhale, release any tension, any tightness. And let's let go of any stress that you're holding in your face. You can let the cheeks hang heavy, part the teeth, let the tongue rest gently, and soften this area. And bring your awareness back to the breath. Today's meditation is a continuation from yesterday. And it's okay if you missed yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about loving kindness and how we can offer this to ourselves. And we learned a mantra. We placed our hands onto our hearts and we reminded ourselves that we were loved. And we used those words, I love you, and I'm listening. And when we show our bodies love, when we stop to listen to what our body is saying to us, we find a deep connection to who we are. And we'll continue this loving kindness towards ourselves, and know that you're worthy of love. I am worthy of love. When we forget this, when we have left love for ourselves behind, when we have splintered off from our wholeness, when we have forgotten the love that lives within us, we use our days, we use our lives searching for love. And we search for others to fill the holes that we have created. We ask or we expect others to love us, to fill in the places where we are lacking. We expect others to heal us, to fill in the aches and the hollows of those splintered off pieces of us. We expect all of these things from the people that come in and out of our lives. But we never have our needs met, desperately wanting to. And this discomfort, these feelings of rejection, alienation, a sense that we are not enough, is because we have splintered. We have separated from our heart. But with this practice, we can reunite. And remind yourself, as we place our hands onto our hearts, I love you, and I'm listening. I love you, and I'm listening. And in the beginning, this practice might feel uncomfortable. But like any exercise, the more you practice, the stronger you get at this. And the more it becomes a part of who you are. And the more you believe, I love you, and I'm listening. And once we find our way back, we realize there is nothing that you are in need of. You have all that you need within you. You have all the love that you need within you. With practice, you can fill any emptiness. Feelings of desperation shift to that of hopefulness. As we soften, we allow ourselves to become whole. We reunite with our heart, and we can once again feel love. And with the hands on the heart, we repeat these words. I love you, and I'm listening. I love you, and I'm listening. And we begin to pull ourselves back together to become whole, to become united once again with our hearts. You deserve nothing but love. You are not lacking. It is within you, this love. And there is a never-ending supply of this love. And so rest here for a moment with the hands on the heart space and repeat our mantra, I love you, and I'm listening. I love you, and I'm listening. And remind ourselves as we seek outside of ourselves to find a connection, to find love, that all you need is within you. It has always been there. I love you, and I'm listening. I love you, and I'm listening. And as we say this mantra to ourselves, if there is a feeling of discomfort, breathe in. Breathe into any tension, any tightness. Feel your feet resting on the earth and know that you are safe. Feel your hips pressing against the chair. All is well. I love you, and I'm listening. And when we reunite with our hearts, anything that comes from the outside, any gifts of love from others, is just the icing on the cake. It's the extra. It is not necessary. It is nice. I love you, and I'm listening. And maybe there's another mantra that resonates with you. But remind yourselves throughout the day that there is a love within you. And just as you would share this love with others, share this love with yourself. I love you, and I'm listening. And you can say these words out loud or repeat them in your head. And as you do, feel them vibrate within the heart. And without judgment, check in with the body. Notice how these sensations affect you. Notice if there is contraction or if there's a feeling of openness. I love you and I'm listening. And soften into this idea. Soften the shoulders. Soften the heart. I love you and I'm listening. And let's begin to bring ourselves back. Notice your feet resting on the earth. Notice your hips resting heavy against the chair or the mat. And begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Notice the temperature, the sounds around you, anything that might be calling your attention. Bring your awareness back to this moment. Bring your awareness back to the energy of our group. And maybe you can visualize our faces as you see us join together in this meditation. And before we open our eyes, let's set an intention for today. And place your hands onto the heart space. And let's set the intention to move through our day, reminding ourselves that all we need is within. And as you catch yourself looking for approval, as you catch yourself asking others to fill these gaps, remind yourself that all you have is within you. I love you, and I'm listening. Namaste. Unmute you. All right. So I'll share our card for today. It says, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. Other people like to project on us all the time. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life.